Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Calvin here with Droid Life. So I've got in front of me today the Samsung Gear S2. As many of you are aware, this is Samsung's brand new smartwatch, and it's their first round smartwatch. I would also argue it's the first smartwatch made by Samsung that anyone should actually take seriously. It's important because it not only works with Samsung devices, but also now works with almost any Android device. So previously with their Galaxy Gear and Gear line, you had to have a Samsung Galaxy phone. Now this actually works with just about any phone. So I have a Moto X Pure, which I'll be attaching it to. So anyways, that's the reason we're giving this some serious run. It's available today for $299 for the regular Gear S2, or the classic version can be bought and it runs $349. So the difference, and we'll show you in a second, the regular Gear S2 is more of a modern, minimal timepiece smartwatch. The Gear S2 Classic tries to sort of look more like a traditional watch. So anyways, we're gonna unbox it, show you guys the watch again. Also, this is just kind of us, as always, letting you know that we have one in-house and we're gonna review it, spend some time with it, and hopefully get back to you. So in terms of packaging, in case you care, this actually just reminds me of the original Moto 360's packaging. Very minimal. It doesn't even show the device on it, which is a little odd. So there's the device. So we'll set that there, see what else is inside. All right, so here is power adapter and USB cable, I would imagine. This looks like a power adapter. Yeah, so power adapter here. And this is the charger. Well, this is a USB cable. This looks like another watch band. Yep, this is the small watch band, so it must have the large on there now. And then here we actually have the charging dock. So it wirelessly charges through this dock. So you just kind of set the watch on like that, plug it in, and it should charge it. And that's pretty much it. Well, there's a guide there, but you guys don't necessarily need to see that. All right, so here is the watch. Let me pull off stickers and things if I can. So as a recap on the specs, this has a 1.2-inch circular Super AMOLED display, the resolution of 360 by 360. So there's the display there. The AMOLED display should look quite good, assuming it's as good as any of Samsung's previous AMOLED displays. Let me see if I can figure out how to turn it on. So it has a dual-core processor, assuming it's a Samsung-made processor. I'll try this power button. There we go. Bottom is the power button. Runs Tizen, has 4 gig of internal storage, 512 megabytes of RAM. It runs, you know, like a smartwatch should, and gives you notifications and messages and email. And there's a bunch of loaded apps on here like ESPN, and Samsung's S Health and Nike Plus Running will work on here as well. Has a heart rate monitor, has IP68 certification for dust and water resistance, has Wi-Fi, has Bluetooth, has NFC. So the important thing about this watch, well, if you own a Galaxy device that supports it anyways, you can make mobile payments through Samsung Pay with this, which is a pretty big deal. It's one of the first smartwatches. Actually, I think it is the first on Android to actually do mobile payments, so that's pretty cool. Again, wireless charging, I mentioned, has a 250 milliamp hour battery, which sounds kind of small. But Samsung says it should get 2 to 3 days battery life on a single charge with normal or typical usage. So we'll definitely be wanting to test that. It's about a 42 millimeter case. So not a big watch. I actually prefer about 42 millimeters. So I'm actually looking forward to the size. Here's kind of a tour. You can see the back here. There's your heart rate sensor. On the front, that round display. And then we do have 2 buttons over here at the 2 and 4 o'clock position. The part of those are used for navigation around the UI. There's a microphone there. As for the band, it's just kind of a standard silicone or rubber band. Samsung has introduced this right here, which is a switch for getting bands in and out pretty easily. So I will probably switch to the smaller band, I would imagine. This large one's probably going to be a little bit too big for my skinny wrists. And then the other thing, which we'll show you in much more detail, is this has a rotating bezel. I don't know if you can hear that click. So pretty cool. So that's a big way to navigate around the devices with that. We'll have tutorials and more videos and overviews on that. Let me see, I have my phone right here, so let's just see if we can connect this while we're doing this. Oh, look at that. And it's pretty much doing it instantly. Well, at least the watch thought it was. The phone, on the other hand, is doing some other things. While that's happening, let's go ahead and strap this bad boy on here. So I've got to say, even though I'm not necessarily a fan of Samsung's Tizen, and the early impressions I had of the UI here made it just kind of look a bit overwhelming, like Apple's Watch UI. The size and sort of just kind of minimal style here has me kind of excited. I mean, again, it's about a 42 millimeter case, and that fits my wrist pretty good. Again, this is a large band, and I may play with the small band, but overall, I mean, it's a pretty simple looking device. It's definitely not that classic watch style that you get with maybe the Moto 360 or Huawei watch. It's kind of got more of a sport, minimal modern look, which again isn't bad. So if this thing ever decides to pair, oh, there we go. I could show you quickly maybe some of the UI. So pair, of course you have to press buttons in order for things to pair. Oh, and I need a Gear S2 plug-in. So the setup process you are seeing. So not only do you need the Gear app from Google Play, you also need a Gear plugin. I have no idea what the Gear plugin does, but let's see. It's just a component that allows things to happen. Interesting. So that's doing its thing, and it's syncing, which is probably going to take quite a while. So we'll be back with more in terms of just software, UI, navigating around it, using it, all of that stuff. I think it's even asking me for another application now. Oh, now I need Samsung's accessory service. Anyway, while this setup process does its thing, we will get back to you in terms of just using the watch. This has just been sort of an unboxing. Show you what it looks like on wrist and all of that stuff. So you can see it's actually not a bad fit. Again, it's kind of more of a sporty styling. Should be great for working out and things like that, just with this silicone band. So anyways, if you guys have comments or questions, now you know we have a Gear S2 in-house, and we'll be spending quite a bit of time with it. So let us know, and we can look into everything, and we'll put our full review together shortly. So anyways, we are Droid Life. Peace.